Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Nick, how many t-shirts do we have left?
We still have like 5 t-shirts left, so if you guys
5
want
t-shirts left.
if you guys just want to buy those and sell them out, that would be sick.
Please jump on it, or you'll be the only guy at the school shooting not wearing one.
Right.
You'll look like such a fucking dork. All right, yeah, go to hardtimes .net. I forgot if it was .com or not.
It's .net. You can also just like go to our. It's on the Patreon. It's on our social media.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just gonna
All right, buy these t-shirts.
I'm gonna crush some 5-HTP really quick. Hang on.
Nice.
Damn. Were you doing Molly last night?
No.
No, Nick was. We have a
I've done
guest.
enough-
Tim Butterly from Dad Meat.
Yeah,
Welcome.
what's up?
Yeah. No, Nick just did Molly like every night for 5 years, so now he has to treat every day like he did Molly last night.
I swear
Dude,
to God.
you're terminal on Molly.
Essentially, dude. Essentially, I've got like permanently depleted serotonin. But the 5-HTP, dude, I have a whole regimen, dude. 5-HTP, probiotics, vitamin D, vitamin C. I feel like a new man.
Yeah.
Feel
you're
awesome.
recovering Molly addict. Taking your fucking pop-ups, like you got like the Monday through Friday pill bottle thing that's just full of the cure for Molly.
I literally do.
We need a Molly vaccine right now.
Dude, seriously. It's enough that like I'm like I wish that like I could get like a brain transplant or something, because I have like fucked this one up really bad.
Yeah. you used up all your mileage in the first year. You got to turn the lease in.
Basically. Honestly, I treated my brain like I treated my car when I got out to LA, because like I bought a car with like 60,000 miles on it, and then like my first year here was up to like 182,000, because I was just fucking driving that thing into the ground. And that was me. That was me when I was 18.
It just
like,
accumulates damage, and you're like, I'm not gonna fix. What am I gonna fuck? I'm gonna fix a dent in a car. What am I, a millionaire? And then eventually, it's just like it looks like a golf ball, because like there's no flat surfaces anymore. That's your brain now.
yeah, 100%. Seriously, total smooth brain.
So you're off Molly.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm off Molly.
Wow.
I keep it to a once a year thing now. I've got some plan. I'm going out to the desert in a couple
Easter?
weeks. Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah. What's your one Molly per year? What do you save it for?
Well, I'm going out to the desert in like a month with my girlfriend.
Don't fucking tell me that. That's like top of my list right now. Is just losing my mind in the desert.
Yeah, we're going out to Joshua Tree for like 3 days for our anniversary. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun.
You're gonna be in a tent. You're just be sleeping naked on the ground. Fuck, that's gonna rule.
I mean, we got a place
You're just covered
that's
in
like,
scorpions. You're like, this rules.
yeah. I mean, you take the Molly so you can't feel the stings, dude.
What vitamin do you take for scorpion stings the next day?
More Molly.
Basically, more Molly.
That's what you do.
Man.
If my brain's a car, it has pretty good mileage on it, but it's like a lemon. Just came off the lot, fucked.
Horrible.
Yeah, my brain's sitting in front of a fucking barn under a tarp. It's over for this thing, and maybe someday in the future, someone's gonna be like, "You've had this the whole time." That's my only hope.
Yeah,
There's mice having babies in.
I have a project brain for me and my son to fix someday.
It's just a colony of feral cats in my engine compartment.
Oh, it's brutal, dude.
Okay,
That sucks.
damn.
But
I just did Molly for the first time, so this is great to hear.
okay, so what's been happening? Because it seems like the whole Philly crew is like getting into Molly in their mid-30s.
Who gave Lemaire Molly? Who did that?
I'm not going to point any fingers.
No, I'm
Sure.
not. I'm not literally asking.
I've been on like a pretty. I've been treating drugs almost like a diet. Like I plan it out. I make time for it. It's pretty important to me.
You know, that's the way to do it, dude. It's better to, because like I think that when I was younger, I was treating drugs like a buffet, which is a major mistake. It's way better if you're regimented and controlled and know when you're going to do it, and like have, especially like, you know, if your life is a little more structured, it's best if you like have it scheduled. But like I noticed this with like it's like I don't remember when it first was, but I know that Gillis like started doing Molly, and I was like, "You're fucking 32. Like this is such an insane time to get into Molly."
Well, I think Molly's wasted on the young because they don't know what they're doing. They're ruining their brains. If you do it in your 30s and you're well adjusted or mostly well adjusted, it's definitely therapeutic.
Absolutely,
can't recommend it enough.
Mm-hmm. Right, you're not going to go see like a fucking show in a warehouse.
I will not be trying this,
dude. I'm telling you. First of all, I went probably at least 3 years where every time I did weed, I would freak out. Like it hurt. The anxiety was painful.
Oh yeah. I know that.
But a couple of cures for it. Number one, mushrooms. They help.
Yeah. This barn dog hates hearing all of this.
No,
DMT, no effect on the weed scaries. However, since doing one dose of Molly, doing exactly one Molly, or like 2 Mollies, I did exactly 2 Mollies.
Damn, dude.
I have been enjoying weed more than in my entire life.
That's great news.
That's interesting.
I just got super high. Actually, I just walked in right now. I still smell like outside. I just got done. I got super high, and I took my son into the woods and taught him how to meditate.
Damn, that rules.
I just took my 10-year-old into the woods, and I was like, dude, just you know what? Don't worry about controlling your breathing, but just notice what it feels like when you breathe. And he was just like, he's 10 years old, and he's just trying to like recite lists of Pokemon to me. And he's like, well, a lot of water types aren't really that popular, but and then he's like, dude, Dad, do you know about Five Nights at Freddy's? He's just 10-year-old boys, especially with like my autistic genes, right? 10-year-old boys, they just want to tell you lists of like corny bullshit that they're into.
Tim, let me tell you something. I still want to do that.
I know. Yeah, me too. That's why I relate to him, and I'm like, I don't want to be like, don't do this, dude. You'll never get pussy. But I am trying to like, kind of like understand what he's working with. So yeah, I get super high, and then I take him into the woods, and we walk around, and he just tells me about, you know, animatronic horror, and I'm just like, I'm so into it for him. I get high enough that I can be into anything for this kid. And then he comes home and he's like, I might have the coolest dad in the world.
That's awesome, dude.
That's so sick.
Yeah. So I'm
very
serious about
son
doing
to
drugs
take into
right
the
now.
woods. Where can I get one of these sons?
That's the problem, is crossing that incel barrier that I was definitely destined for.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many times I will be like on YouTube, like watching like dudes who like they have a whole channel just dedicated to like clearing as many video games as they can as fast as
Completionist?
possible.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I love the completionist, but every time I watch him, I'm just like, this is who I was supposed to be. Like this is one, like it was a total fluke or mistake that I ever started having sex with anybody. Like I was supposed to dedicate my life to gaming.
It's weird because you're you're into the same things as these people, but when you look at them, you're like, oh, this dude definitely wears like GameStop t-shirts with a blazer over them, has just like the corniest haircut I've ever seen. Yes. And you're like, I would not trade places with this dude, even though he's doing the thing that if I had the choice, I would just be doing this shit 24 hours a day. I'd be finishing video games all the time.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't trade with him, but I do kind of like to know that like Universe 2 Tim is out there.
Oh yeah, dude, just obsessing, just like ripping sprite sheets from Super Nintendo games and like editing them. Yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
That was my teenage, like from like 10 to 13 was me on this gaming forum making turning myself into video game characters from like ripping ROMs.
Dude, you're so fucking cool.
And making comics out of them.
Damn. Does anyone know where I can get a pixel editor?
Yeah.
I need a pixel editor. Hey, can anyone help me edit my chiptunes?
That was brutal when you're like pre-puberty online and everybody hears your voice.
Yeah.
There's no walking that back.
No, dude. But again, dude, you can accidentally get pussy. You can actually get someone pregnant 3 times. Dude, for all your 12-year-old incel listeners out there, come on, man, keep the dream alive. We're gonna get pussy someday, dude.
Well, it's kind of been an arc of this podcast. Is when it started, we were both like at our worst mentally, just like complete incels, completely like losing our minds, and then slowly over the course of the 2 years, we've like found girlfriends, found like a mild center.
Well, it's like I feel I dip in and out of inceldom where I have like long stretches where it's like where it's like I feel like a swinging dick. I'm having like one night stands. I feel cool. I have one cool outfit that I keep wearing. And then,
wait, what's your cool outfit? Can you tell me?
I mean, it depends. It's changed throughout the years.
What's your current cool outfit? What's your current pussy getter?
Right now it's like a long sleeve band tee and then like tan jeans and Converse or Vans rather.
Do you wearing your hair like that when you go out, or do you do something to it?
This is quarantine hair, and normally I put shit in my hair.
Nah, it's working. It's working.
Is it really?
That's very like, I don't give a shit, but it's still cool hair. Damn,
Nick,
dude,
do you wear
making
that
me
outfit
wet.
like every time you pick up your girlfriend from the airport?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I feel like I have these peaks and valleys where it's like there's like a couple months where I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. And then like I'll have these zips where I'm like, I don't even remember what pussy looks like. You know what I mean? Like I think it's
Just calling your friends like, dude, have you gotten pussy lately? Is it still the same? Is it still pussy?
Just like looking out your window at the moon, just like, I remember pussy.
I wonder if my boys are thinking about the same pussy I am right now.
But there's definitely a way to like take autistic impulses and just like present them in a way that is semi-attractive. Like if you can
Called
present
PUA.
It is. You're right. Like if you can take
Are you going to
obsession,
teach your son PUA?
Yeah.
You got to get
Listen,
him
man,
a
just call her a
fedora.
pig. Call her a pig and then say I'm kidding, but make it seem like you weren't kidding. Touch her when she's really not asking for it. Yeah. I'm going to teach my son the ways.
Well, so my first girlfriend I had when I moved out here, like she came to visit and she like listened to me and my old roommate Tim talking about like Sega Saturn mods and like RAM cartridge expansions and all of it, and like shit that's horrible to listen to. But the way that she took, and it's a matter of confidence, because she was like, I've just never heard two guys be so passionate about anything. Like in a way.
Oh, man.
Right, dude, but in a way, like it was attractive. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, nice.
Yeah, but that's after she already loves you. Like if she heard you, she was like in Barnes and Noble and heard that conversation, she'd be like, "Oh man, I should leave before the guys talk to me."
That's true. So I guess you have to like gradually reveal it.
Yeah,
You're not like at the train station on the phone with your boy Tim, like, yeah, and it's like, I tried the swap disc method for a while, but I really feel like I was taking some risks with the optical motor. Oh, what's up, babe? Yeah, my Passion? Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I spent last night explaining an IPS LCD upgrade for Game Boy Advance to my wife, and she's just like, cool.
Yeah,
It's great that you care about this.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying before we got on, I see you got one of the Game Boys that you're repairing right there, dude.
Yeah, dude, I made a promise to my therapist I'd buy a bunch of broken Game Boys and fix them with my free time.
I mean, that's
my
fucking
therapists
sick.
hate when I make them promises.
Really? Well, didn't you also have one? I remember you tweeted something about a therapist that was like, let's get down to fucking brass tacks here, dude. I also love doing coke in my youth. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, that guy was nuts. That was like not a therapist at all. In retrospect, it was just like I had never found a therapist before, so I asked a friend in
You
Philly.
accidentally got a hutch. Was that his name? Hitch? You accidentally got a hitch?
Yeah. A Philly comic helped me look up like just on like Psychology Today, and I was like, all right, he takes my insurance. I basically just like scrolled down, picked the headshot of the therapist who looked most like a movie therapist. I was like, all right, old Jewish
Were you
guy.
looking for like fat and old and Jewish, or were you looking for like younger and pensive?
I was looking for fat and old and Jewish,
Yeah.
but he wasn't fat. So I was like,
You want a Fred Melamed?
yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, he looks like he would give me good advice. And then
He studied the tomes.
yeah, he didn't even have an office. He had me go to his like penthouse apartment in Center City and just like just be in his like more expensive home than I've like entered since. And he just had
pretty
me
sick,
do
Kessel.
he just had me do weird shit. Like he was like, it's very healthy to like act out to like role play your violent impulses. And I'm like, all right, I mean he's a therapist, so that sounds right. And then a
I
couple
want you
years
to punch me in my balls as hard as you can, wearing high heels. I want you to step on my erect penis in high heels to get out your violent impulses. Oh, okay.
I try to give him my copay, and he's like, "No, that's for you. You can."
I couldn't possibly.
Yeah, you know that it's never good when you tell your next therapist like a coping strategy you learned from your last one, and they're like, "What now?"
Yeah. Well, dude, not even like I feel like everybody that you told that story was like, "That's not therapy." Nobody would tell you to do that. It doesn't take a degree to know not to do that.
Yeah. Normal therapists don't have you like jumping up and down on the furniture and like asking like, "You have a rock, and what do you do with the rock?" I'm like, I throw the rock. It's like, all right, and what happens? It hits them in the head, and then what happens?
Dude, I love to imagine like I feel like these tapes were going out to like rich people. I feel like he was like filming you and like selling this to like his friends in like a dark boardroom somewhere. I bet they were placing bets on you, dude.
Probably.
It might have been a study. It's like, this is either going to end in a violent suicide or a complete recovery.
Yeah, I was getting.
And he's like, I believe.
I was getting unibombered.
Yeah, you were getting Kaczynski.
Sick.
Yeah, man.
Damn, dude.
I think it's important to have a manifesto.
That's awesome.
But this was an old like Jewish therapist guy. I keep saying Jewish, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Kind of like graying beard.
Yeah.
It's very curly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is that kind of dude. Because I picked when you told the story, I was like, this is definitely like a hot like MBA type guy, like square jaw.
No,
shouldn't be in the field.
This was like an old dude.
I also imagined a young guy. I guess I never asked about that.
Yeah, no, he was old, and he like he followed some sort of like weird kind of therapy I had never heard of, and have not encountered a single professional who believes in it since.
What did he call it? Do you know?
It was like system centered something. I don't know. It involved a lot of like he would like pull out a picture of the brain that he drew and like label the different parts with like
Oh God,
chakras and shit.
That's not good. Here's my idea of the brain.
Yeah.
Here's my personal idea of the
He's
brain.
like, all right, so the brain is structured in a certain way. It's not even something you like printed out. It's just purely off the dome.
he's drawing it on a napkin in front of you on his ottoman. I don't trust anything with a name. If you tell me that you've got a brain treatment with a name, all I hear is like Atkins diet. Like, this is destined for failure.
Right.
I'm going to be worse off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Systems. I feel like I've heard of like systems based something. I don't know.
I remember like he told me that like the way he described it made it sound like a cult. He was like he's like, well, the lady who founded it recently passed, so we had to have a summit to decide who would replace her. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a normal thing about therapy.
Damn, dude, that is not therapy at all. There were people meeting in hoods to decide who the next king therapist was going to be.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? What was this guy's name?
I can't tell you his name on air.
Why not?
Is that true?
What?
Did he make you agree not to do that?
No, but I mean, we try not to dox people here, especially very rich people.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to shut down a sex and murder cult.
Yeah, Brendan.
I mean,
Throwing rocks and shit.
I can give you the address afterwards. You can leave your
That's
house,
probably
go down to
worse than
Center
just telling
City,
you.
start banging some pots and pans together and yelling for him to come out.
I can give you a picture of his kids. I'm not going to tell you his name.
No, I'll tell you his name. I'm not going to tell the listeners his name.
Sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Brendan. You have got to ask more questions, like just in general in life, dude.
Slowly learning to ask more questions.
Yeah.
Brendan, every new thing I learn about you, the more convinced I am that God hates you. I'm not kidding. I don't think I've ever learned a thing about you that didn't make me question like whether everyone deserved like peace.
I don't know. It could be God hates me, or it could be that I just refuse his help at every step.
Yep.
Yeah, like anytime you want this to be over, Brendan, I'm up here. Have you considered letting him in?
I try so hard.
Man.
Been watching a bunch of religious movies recently, trying to get charged up and accept his love. Just
It's difficult.
yeah, my brain just won't allow it to happen.
He's got you on a rough path.
Yeah.
Dude, if God hated you that much, I would probably get into him. I'm like, dude, I got to know what's up with you and Brendan.
Yeah, it's ironic that like Brendan's probably closer to God than anybody on earth, but it's just bad energy.
Yeah.
It's negativity.
They're like roommates with like an unspoken issue.
Yeah, God's just leaving me sticky notes around the apartment. Fuck.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, man. Not for nothing, Brendan, but if you could just stop taking my love and light for granted, that'd be really great. Crumple up the note, like, yeah, I got it, God, no problem, man.
Fuck, what did that
damn,
note say? Forget instantly.
All right, you guys want to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna not to dive right back into incel shit, but I was legitimately curious about how your Game Boy repairs are going, dude.
Dude, pretty great.
So you're
I love that shit.
Are they broken or are you like upgrading it? You're saying you like
It's a little bit of
replace the
both.
screen?
Like, I got this one yesterday in the mail, and it's kind of shabby. It was really gross. Like the port right above like the game link connector is broken. All the buttons were gross. Like, this was definitely a fat person's possession. Is what I would say about the condition. And dude, these things, the screen doesn't light up, so you can't even see what's happening on them. So, dude, I gripped the entire
The backlight in there?
bro. I replaced the entire case, every button. I cleaned everything out, and then I mean, you tell me if the screen upgrade was worth it.
Oh,
Damn.
look at
God,
that,
dude.
That's sick.
I mean, you're getting too much contrast on it to really see the colors, but it's so vivid.
No, yeah, the fact that it was even that white, 100%. Are you guys should start selling Dad Meat branded refurbed consoles, dude.
Don't tempt me, dude. I've got a bag full of like half finished NES repro carts over here.
Oh yeah.
I get into some gay shit.
Just
Dude,
do the
USB-C
Soldier Boy
rechargeable
thing.
battery. Come on, man.
What?
Anything halfway over here,
That's actually I have not seen a USB-C on a fucking Game Boy Advance ever.
bro? I'm not going halfway. Fuck.
That would be a hot ticket item, dude. Holy shit.
These are all just things that I make because I have a 3-year-old. I just need things to hand to him so that he doesn't bother me while we're trying to do like stuff out in the world.
Well, props to you for like having him play actual games instead of like fucking like iPhone games, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. No, absolutely. I mean, we made that mistake with our oldest, and now she's getting into like PlayStation 4 games. But like, I thought forever that she would only play like that pervert Roblox shit.
Yeah.
It was dark.
Yeah,
so
it was always grim when I was like working at the bank and like the mom would turn her attention from the kid for 2 seconds and they would be like just like jumping in the air for the phone.
Yeah.
it's a pretty fucked up thing to witness, and yeah, we've avoided it almost entirely.
Yeah. I mean, my brain's
Dude.
fucked up just from like having a phone as an adult. I can't imagine if I had it like my whole life. I would have never read a book.
Well, yeah.
What was the point now? Any information you can get from a book, you can get it faster a different way.
It's like I feel like it's psychotic for like a 2-year-old kid to like the first like piece of stimulation that they're like presented with is like this insane interactive touchscreen. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I feel like that has to create
the like kid case on an iPad where it has like
That's
big
a darker
handles.
what's it called? Invention. The kid case for an iPad's a darker invention than most people realize.
Yeah, I've seen like a stand that like dangles it like above like the bassinet, and it's like it used to just be keys or something. You just like spun a wheel, and you're like, sick. This is all I need.
Yeah, you need like a more structured path toward interaction for kids. You can't just give them like the entirety of human creation with a touchpad.
Yeah, and they're just like at age 2 they're moving it around like Ender's Game or some shit. Like it just seems
That's kind of neat. I mean, if you could do that without exposing them to basically the advertising pipeline. That's what happens when you put the device in front of their face. Advertisers know specifically that they have toddlers hooked on the line. And then beyond that, the content creators, they are trying to exploit that to the fullest extent. And the sensory overload, it's almost pornographic the way that kids and again, we've been lucky to mostly avoid any of the trappings of it. Like in the morning, our 3-year-old would be like, "Can I play with the phone?" And we have to be like, "No." And he'll take no for an answer. But if he were flipping out and we were busy, what would we do? We would just hand them the phone, I guess, right?
Yeah, dude, some of the shit that they watch, like we used to watch, I would throw it on because it's so, the sensory overload is I think like initially it reminded me of like Tim and Eric, but it's a lot darker than that. There's this YouTube channel called Three Lame Studio where it's like it's basically like algorithm generated videos, and every aspect of the production is this guy like outsourcing it to like, you know, weird like foreign voice actors, tracing over like pre-animated sequences from other shows, and then also like throwing in weird like hentai moaning noises, but it's geared towards children, and it's just like the Angry Birds meet Peter Griffin in Cuphead, and it's I mean they're completely psychotic videos. And they have like 4 million views.
Well, this has gotten like a wider audience now, but I was the first person I knew who realized that the algorithm was inserting content that was essentially adults in superhero and Disney princess costumes pretending everyone was pregnant and shitting out babies in bathtubs.
Yeah. Spider-Man and Elsa have McDonald's in the tub, all that shit.
Dude, I was ground floor on that shit, and that was what made me like yank the devices. I was like, this is fucked up. And then there's like,
I'd rather just give my kids pornography.
Yeah, because now like they're all guaranteed to grow up like weird prego sex, like, you know, foot fetish.
That's imprinting on them for sure.
Yeah.
When our 3-year-old stumbles upon something like that, we're like, Fritz, what are you watching? And my wife calls them chubby wubbies because he watches these like pervert YouTube channels of people like fan fictioning, like fan arting characters and making them fat as fuck. And there's definitely, it's not overtly sexual, but you know that it's for someone to come.
Those are the most depraved fetishes, is where you can just upload it to YouTube and it's not against the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much worse than just like coming on something or doing something weird with your cum. Right. When it's just like, I want to be a living balloon. It's like, well, this is so much worse.
Yeah, it's like some, and I get real deep into those fetishes because I like they're hilarious.
Because it's the only way I can come.
No, but like, dude, people are into inflation. Specifically, I love people who want to be digested, but like not in like a concrete like I want to be.
Vor.
Not vor, like, well, I guess it's partially vor, but their fantasy isn't that they want to be eaten by an actual cannibal. They like. Because it's always like fucking like a big like puffy dragon is the one like eating them or whatever, and then like their fantasy is to like be digested and then shat out, but like be alive through the whole thing.
They just want to be Boba Fetted,
basically.
Damn, that sucks.
It's fucked up how many fetishes seem to like. The genesis is that like I wish pool floats were more interactive. I wish they could. I wish pool floats could react to me.
Definitely, definitely, dude. You get too many kids in front of like All Dogs Go to Heaven. Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, well, you do have to remember that we were all attracted to cartoon animals when we were children.
Mm-hmm.
Lola Bunny. I mean, look, and I'll be honest, dude.
It's been a rough
pissed.
couple weeks.
we were pissed about.
I'll never get over it.
Tits. It's horrible.
I'll never get over it.
Yeah, I'll see the fan edit of the movie where they make her tit. So you know that some incel is gonna like go to animation school just to right this wrong.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
dude.
There's actually a name for it. That's incel shaded animation. I found my fucking boys, dude. Finally, I can't think of 2 other people that would have even acknowledged that I said that.
Rainey would have left you hanging on that.
He would have had no idea what I was talking about. Rainey was a different flavor of incel, and our paths would have never crossed.
Right? No.
Incel journeys.
You guys are an interesting blend because you're the dude who's fixing Game Boy Advances, right? Like obviously, and Rainey is definitely like a reformed wigger.
Yeah,
like,
both just hanging out to dry, pussy wise, for the rest of our lives. Yeah, there's nothing more desperate than a wigger trying to get pussy, and it's so futile and sad. And there's the other side of that coin is me, where it's like you are so desperate to get pussy that you can't even try because you're aware of how that desperation is going to come across.
Oh yeah,
right, exactly.
I like before I had a girlfriend, I am incapable of flirting with women. Yeah, I was talking with her yesterday, and she was talking about how on her first date, like she left, and she's talking to her mom, and she's like, "Yeah, I think that guy hated me." Because I just like I don't know how to flirt. I didn't walk her to her car. I was just gonna like leave without her number, and she's like, "Do you want my phone number?" Because I thought, like, I didn't know you walked. I thought for some reason, because, like, you know, I hung out.
I don't want to look like a creep walking to her car.
Yeah, you know, I hang out with too many girl comedians, so I was like, what? I'm gonna walk a woman to her car? Why don't I just kill her?
I won't go into details, but I remember like one night, like you deferred to the chat about whether or not you should have walked her to her car, and we were all like, "You fucking idiot! It's 11 o'clock at night."
Yeah.
It'd be so funny if you got a girl murdered because you were afraid of looking like a creep.
I get my soulmate murdered because I was like, well, I'm not gonna bother her.
Yeah. You slay.
Look, I know what this looks like. I'll hang back. She gets her fucking head cut off.
It's 1 a.m. and you just slam the front door on her. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank God I avoided appearing untoward. There's a Netflix documentary about her.
Yeah, I never knew how to flirt with women. It was always just like go on enough dates.
Well, at least none of my girl comedian friends are gonna think I was a fucking rapist.
Yeah, I'm just watching. I'm watching the murderer just like spray her blood, like shake the head around so we can like shower in the blood, and I'm just like, well, at least I'm not getting canceled.
Right? Yeah. We're all like, oh my God, Brendan, we heard that your girlfriend died, and he's like, yep, and I was nowhere near her when it happened. I was in bed. I was at home. I have receipts.
I watched a woman die, and I said, well, thank God it's not me killing her.
I watched a woman die, and I thought, well, that's her right. Who am I to force my expectations on her?
You believe this fucking sexist piece of shit said I should get murdered less?
That's only a hair away from their right to serve, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. But I honestly, I think that just comes from like years of like 90% of the women I interact with being like female comedians and like crust punks. So then I met like a normal woman who's just like, could you like open the door for me? And I'm like, oh, they like that. I forgot. Oh, you enjoy flowers. Okay.
That's hilarious, dude. Just watching all those people, imagining all those people just like looking at a woman's head on a pike and them just being like, wow, so badass.
Yeah.
Totally. That's
just
totally
yelling Yas at a tombstone.
That's a Yas Queen moment.
Man.
Dying young like a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Yeah. But, you know, he's doing a lot better now.
Yeah.
Barn dog. He's figuring. You know what? You're figuring. I almost fucked the mic up. You're figuring a lot of stuff out. You've crammed a lot in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, you're so unique and funny that it's almost like you don't want it to work out too soon. You know what I mean? We got to see how this fucking dude plays out before he gets fucking locked down for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I used to like kind of, you know, I say this is kind of like dysfunctional and narcissistic, but I used to think like, well, I don't want to like fix my brain too much because then I won't be funny anymore. But then as time goes on, I'm like, well, I have no choice about whether it gets fixed or not, so I should just try my best because like, there's no chance of me fixing my brain too much that I can't podcast anymore. It just won't get that good.
You tried to like back when I was still trying to get you to do acid, but before I realized that it would be a mistake.
It would be such a mistake.
It would be a huge mistake. We wouldn't find you for days. But you talked about, you said you were like worried about like the side effect of like being detached and at peace. Because you were like, if I'm too at peace, then I won't be funny anymore. And I was like, that's I mean, you could have just said no. You could have just said I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to think stand-up comedy was very important, so I would think very silly thoughts like that.
Right, that does cloud a lot of decisions that come after it.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, that
no
being
way,
a factor.
Dude. I think if you understood yourself more, I think you would start to enjoy how fucking bizarre you are. And there's no negative connotation there.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is like, dude, if you did the work to understand yourself, you would get some peace, but you'd also be like, oh, it does rule that I'm such a fucking retarded weirdo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the fix that we're
nice.
talking about.
You have so many immediately identifiable characteristics that even like people who know you well, I mean, everybody. I don't know a single person who doesn't have like a Brendan impression, dude.
It's always the same impression.
Yeah, Tim just revealed his. I wasn't
Not even on
expecting
purpose. Yeah, sorry.
It's like, oh well, but maybe I'll have some pussy.
Yeah.
It's always that.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I'm with Tim on this. I feel like I think he's right. I feel like if you like get to the core of yourself, it'll only actually like accentuate like the things that are funny about you.
Maybe. I mean, starting this podcast has helped me a lot because probably the first year of this show was just me telling what I thought was a normal story and Nick being like, no, that should not have occurred.
Yeah. Maybe there were a lot of like worried silences in the first year that we were doing this.
Yeah, like, you know when this happens? And you're like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
Oh, man. But yeah, dude, so the first big mushroom trip I did was in my 30s. And I just like, I bottomed out emotionally. Like I was at like psychological bedrock. And I still feel the reverberations of just being like, oh, I'm definitely never going to be cool. And that was all I took away from it. And I just I see myself so clearly every day. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I'm a fucking dork. People don't think that it's endearing, but within these parameters, I can definitely operate. I feel pretty good.
Yeah, man, that's some real. It's important to realize what you are and what you're not gonna be. And I like a big thing for me that psychedelics definitely unlocked was like learning to like accepting your situation and not resigning yourself to it, but like truly like accepting like where you are and being content with it and understanding like what you can have and what you won't have.
Yeah, dude, it's a new beginning. Then that's square one. And it's like, I don't know, for me personally and my situation as a modern day podcast philosopher genius, it's really shaped a lot of like difficult decisions, and it's drummed up some energy when I've like wanted to just do nothing.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely,
real shot in the ass. So yeah, do drugs. Come on.
All of this sounds great, but I'm still very scared.
Oh yeah,
I'm very frightened of drugs.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing because I actually do think that Barn Dog, and I resisted this for a long time. I wanted to believe that he had it in him. I do think he shouldn't do drugs after like observing him for like 2 years.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to be. So I just broke Edge accidentally in the most retarded way.
What'd you do?
Do you guys know what kava is?
Never heard of it.
It's like a tea from like some island. It's like some nightshade root that like you drink like a strong cup of it, and I basically think it's like 1/10 of a beer or something.
Oh damn!
Nice. Anyway, like
it's a kombucha.
Yeah, I mean it's some kind of like, I don't know. I bought this at Target because it just said like relaxation tea, and I'm like, sick. I could use some stress relief. And I started drinking it, and I pretty immediately started drinking like 2 bag cups, like 2 tea bags, steep it for like a really long time, and I'm just like
sucking dick for it.
I'm just like, yeah, just like getting like real chill when I drink it. And then I was on Reddit and I saw, they throw up like subreddit recommendations. It was just like kava, and I was like, oh, that's that tea I got at Target. What's special about it? And I click on it, and it's just like, yeah, it's drugs. It's not illegal yet. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I went down.
Damn, I gotta get some kava.
I'm sure that it would do nothing if you're like allowed to have a beer, like if you haven't in years.
What is it? Does it have alcohol in it, or is it just
no?
It's just
like
some other psychoactive?
It's just like a mild sedative.
Wow, did you feel the effects? Was it cool?
It felt
I
don't know. It gave you
how cool
like
did you feel?
You have any? Are you holding?
Well, the thing is, like after I read that, I went downstairs, and again, I'm gonna say like probably the version you can get in a tea bag at Target is probably like the weakest version of this you could imagine. So a lot of this could be placebo.
You got to find a kava guy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Kava guy's late again.
Yeah.
You think it's like a root? What do you like? I'll bite into the root, dude. I want to know what the fuck this is.
But I checked like the box afterwards. There were all these warning labels I didn't notice when I was buying it. Like, do not drink if you have liver damage. Do not drink with alcohol. I'm like, damn, I bought this at Target.
Damn,
They didn't
man.
even card me. So then I had to throw it away.
Dude, if you search Kava, the first result's a WebMD article, which is probably a bad sign.
I'm going to Target today. This is awesome. Yeah, it's a root. It's a
It's made from Piper methysticum. You drank cum, dude.
Take it back.
damn, dude. Brendan, you broke edge and went gay all at once.
Ah, damn it.
Classic Brendan.
Two things I've been lying to myself about wanting to do for years.
You are so far from God's light right now, dude.
He can't stand you because of your decisions.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at this. I want to throw
God
some.
hates
I want to
my
like.
decisions.
I'm looking at kava root. I want to throw this in my lip like it's like bubble gum. I want to just chew on this root. That looks sick. Honestly, just like looking at like the fact that you can get a little dropper. This would actually go really nice with the other pill rotation that I got going. I would like to add this in. Oh
Yes.
thank you for the tip, Barn Dog.
All right. Man, I really can't have anything.
Yeah, no, and you won't let yourself have anything either. Like even like small small pleasantries, you won't let yourself have. Like I feel like you're always depriving yourself of like little nice things.
Like what?
You just love edging?
Not by choice, but yeah, he does.
Well, that's mostly fixed. I was on SSRIs for a long time, so it was like I didn't have like a satisfying orgasm for like 2 years.
I couldn't imagine, dude. I would definitely rather cut my own head off from whatever that SSR I was treating than deal with cum shit.
You stop missing it.
No. No. Dude, I've been too busy to achieve a full erection for like a week. And I've just been like it was the first time I've ever been like kind of like demanding with my wife. Like, listen, if you don't fucking jerk my meat hiding in a closet right now, I think there's gonna be a problem. So I can't imagine 2 years of like maybe the next one. We'll get them next time.
Speaking of erections, I used the Dad Meat Blue Chew code. So
Hell yeah. That's a party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's a drug, by the way.
Yeah, but you know it's medicine also in a way.
I need to try that because I'm like this close to like I do miss I guess erectile dysfunction pills. The Blue Chew that you gave me didn't work, but I'm still chasing the high of the gas station Stree Overlord pills that I had like 4 years ago. Have you had those, Tim?
No, is that the one with like Ryu fucking Chun-Li on the cover?
Yeah, it's Ryu and Chun-Li like raping each other like on the like it comes in a tin. And there's two. You can get ones that like are in the
you
little
reuse
like
Your
that
ears feel
tin?
hot when you took it?
Man, my ears feel hot and my pupils dilated. I got like snow globe vision. It was like I took it and I was like, this is a fucking drug. And
This is on GoPuff.
Well, so the whole thing of it was like there was this comic in Baltimore who was like prescribed it was Cialis or Viagra because he was on SSRIs and it didn't work for him. And like one time I was like, you should try this Stree Overlord stuff. So I just like hooked him up with a tin of Stree Overlord. I mean, hooked him up. I bought it from a gas station.
He used my promo code for Stree Overlord.
Man, I would
And,
reuse that tin for like mints or something afterwards.
It's a collectible. It's a very collectible tin. Just a really
Pull it
fucking
out on
cool
the
tin.
bus and like wink at a girl, pop one.
I mean, it's the only tin that I know of that
Put it
has
on a
like,
shelf with your Fungo Pops.
Yeah.
I've never purchased anything at a 7-Eleven that has like full P&V penetration on it before, you know? But this guy, these Stree Overlord pills were so legit. He's like, this is the only shit that's gotten my dick hard in like a year and a half. And I had to become I had to become this guy's supplier. He would pay me like double what I would pay for them because he wouldn't go to the fucking gas station by himself. So like I had this racket where like for like 4 months I was just like supplying this guy with gas station dick pills and making like 200% profit.
Oh my god. This is definitely a more depraved Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I missed that. Stree Overlord is tight. I have yet to have Blue Chew like do anything.
The Cialis
take
works
it.
a little better for me.
Well, yeah, they actually have both of them. They have the what's it called? The
Sildenafil or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Whichever. I got lucked out on the first one that they sent me, and it's definitely like a special occasion boner thing. It's not like I don't have typically any problems getting an erection, but like filling one all the way out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't have ED problems. It's just like I just like sometimes just want to have fun. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just want to jerk off a lot.
Yeah, sometimes you want to jerk off a lot. Sometimes you want to maintain an erection in concurrence with taking other drugs. I mean, you know.
True.
There's lots of fun to be
Sometimes
had.
it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I like the Cialis better because you can take it earlier in the day. Because like with the Viagra version, you have to time it. So then that means like I'm like going to the bathroom at dinner to like quick take a Blue Chew and come back.
Oh yeah,
I've popped one on the ride home. It's a pretty cool feeling.
Oh yeah, dude.
Popping it
cool as fuck.
like a trucker just to like stay awake.
Yeah. Driving a Volvo SUV and chewing on basically a piece of candy so that you can fuck good after your kids fall asleep. That's a pretty cool usage case, if you ask me.
Well, that was the thing that was tight about the Street Overlord shit was because the effect was so noticeable. I popped it before I was going over to the girl I was seeing at the time. I was going over to her house to fuck her, so I popped it before I got over there, and like I felt my pupils dilate. Like
You didn't use the door. There was like a Nick-shaped hole in the wall.
I just shoryuken right through the fucking.
You just ring the doorbell with your dick.
But I got that feeling like I was 10 minutes away from her house. I was like, I felt like I took like the Captain America serum or something. I was like, something is happening. I was like,
Damn.
I'm about to walk in fucking primed. And
You hulked out of your boxer briefs. If you only hulked out in your dick.
Your dick just bursts out of your
You know,
pants
like every
like the
werewolf
alien.
movie, like a human hand hits the ground and then wolfs out and like flares up. Your dick hits the ground.
Just a talon grows out of it.
yes, dude.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Just completely rip the crotch out of my jeans. That would look awesome.
He's trying to stuff it back into his pants, screaming at his girlfriend like, shoot her!
Oh fuck. Yeah, it's just like that. But yeah, man, no, taking drugs on the way, like any drug, whether it's fucking Blue Chew or like popping a drug pre-arrival is always a fucking fun. Like that, like you're like, okay, here we go. It feels like you're literally in a fucking rocket ship. Like when I land, it's gonna be time.
I was talking to Sidney Gann about this on Stoner Dads, and I was telling him that like maybe this is just me, but like I'm such an easy time when I'm fucked up that I almost feel like if I do drugs and go somewhere, I feel like I'm sending someone a gift in the best version of myself.
Wow.
So
I can't say that I can share this experience.
I'm sorry.
For me, it's always been like I remember back when I drank, like making plans with my girlfriend and then being like, oh, so I'll just like, I'll go to the city and just like stop at a bar on the way there. And then like, I remember one time she was like, actually come by like an hour later because I'm finishing something. I'm like, okay. So I just had like 8 gin and tonics, just like stumble into her house.
Damn.
Show up already blacked out. That sucks.
Just already blacked out and like just a nuisance.
8 gin and tonics is definitely button down shirt with like a loosened tie situation.
Oh, this is when I thought I was a businessman because I worked for Wells Fargo. I was like a teller. I was like a 23-year-old bank teller. I would wear like a suit every day to work and then get off work.
Drink,
my God.
Just drink like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You're a fucking stockbroker.
Yeah, but I would go to like shitty bars. So, but I'd be wearing a suit. I'd go to like the Lizard Lounge, which is like this now defunct place in Lancaster where I hosted an open mic. I'd show up like loose in my tie. I'd be like, "Can I have an old fashioned?" And the bartender would be like, "No." Do you want whiskey?
Did you wear a suit early on in stand up?
Yeah, that stopped by the time I got to Philly. But like, yes,
No, you came to Philly in a suit one time.
Well, I was working at a bank there too. So like, because I was I lived in West.
You were a traveling bank teller.
I worked at banks for years. It sucked. Yeah, because when I was living in West Philly in the house with all the boys, but then I worked in South Philly. So it was like I would get off work at South Philly. I wasn't going to take the subway all the way back to West Philly to like change just to go to like Helium.
So here's my recollection, and I will admit that I was fucked up. But this is the first time I think I remember meeting you. But I think you wore a white on white suit on stage. Is that possible? Did that happen? There might have been a hat as well.
You know what? I thought I forgot how early I met you, and yeah, that was at one of Mike Boyer's shows in Lancaster, right?
Oh, Mike
Possibly,
Boyer.
Yeah,
possibly. Yeah. It was either Helium or a Mike Boyer show.
That would not have been Helium. There's no way that I was back. That was a long time ago. So like, there's no way I was like getting on the mic at Helium during those days.
You just showed up to a mic looking like Saturday Night Fever?
No, it was more like a Southern dandy.
The outfit was specifically. I remember this outfit. I'll
tell you all about myself. I do declare.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck.
It was a silver suit from H&M.
Oh my god!
Everyone,
y'all ever have a hard time maintaining an erect penis when you fuck your farm animals? Just me? Is this a weird situation that I've not been made aware of?
This is like 22-year-old Brendan in my defense.
Hell yes.
But yeah, let's round it down to like 20. No, I'm like feeling like self-conscious now, even though this is so long ago. But yeah, the outfit, it was a silver suit from H&M. That the sleeves were too long because I'm so short, so I tailored them myself badly.
That's actually cool.
That's awesome.
A Hawaiian shirt underneath, cowboy
Also
boots, and a Bart Simpson trucker hat. Worst outfit of all time.
Definitely up there. I don't know if it beats. I don't know if it beats the magic bullet necklace that you wore on last week's episode that Nate told us about. But that's up there.
I keep making the mistake of having people who remember old me on this show, and then they're like, "Yeah, remember when you did this fucking horrible retarded thing?" And I'm like,
"Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not saying it that way. I would not even bring it up if I didn't think you were so interesting and funny, man."
No, I love Brandon's
I'm goofing around. You're not.
I love Brandon's alternate costumes. That's my.
I love DLC Brendan more than regular Brendan.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I got the Brendan season pass. There's some weird shit coming out soon. They're putting a tall one in the last week of the season. I don't know. That's not for me, but
damn tall. That happened to me like a year ago. I was walking on the street and I saw a guy who looked exactly like me, but like 6 foot, and it pissed me off. I was like mad.
It's got to be brutal. It's got to be so rough.
Maybe there's another regular Brendan out there, and you guys could station into him.
No, if anything, if you gave me a choice, I'd get smaller. I'm an icon for short kings now. I can't betray my short king.
No, you're
brothers.
so much more than that, dude. You could be any height you wanted. You just gotta believe.
Absolutely.
I should have stopped smoking before, like hours ago. I'm sorry.
No. You're
lightheadedly retarded right now.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is fun. You're being fun.
I said, dude, I sent you guys a gift myself.
Yeah,
that's right. See, and that's you're proving it. That's actually completely true. Were you about to tell a story, like a specific story about that?
Sorry, guys, I should have stopped smoking hours ago. As you continue smoking, hell yeah.
When you were talking about how when you get high before you go somewhere, like you're sending people a gift, was that? I don't know if we cut you off.
Oh yeah, no, you didn't cut me off. I would say that I would agree with Brendan that alcohol does not count toward that. By the way, I've sent myself places on booze and I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just like feel so unskilled. I feel even less skilled socially, and I can't even like how like when you're a fucking autistic dork, like you're not gifted socially. However, like you could analyze quick enough that you just don't feel like you're being like falling behind. You know what I mean?
You're at least self-conscious enough not to like deliberately make huge gaps.
You can maintain, yeah. On booze, I definitely lose that. Actually, I don't drink much at all. But yeah, if I like, I sent myself to a friend's MMA fight on mushrooms. That was pretty cool. His family really liked that.
I bet that was awesome, dude.
Dude, I mean, these people couldn't have someone more interested in what they were saying the entire time. I was meeting this dude's friends and family as he was about to cage fight someone. And man, I mean, hopefully they liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude. I remember one time I took it's funny because my family, this is when I was still living at home. I must have been 18 or 19. It's not even like my family was gone for the night. This is what a little fiend I was. Like, they were just gone for a couple hours. I forget where they went, but I knew they were coming back. But I decided to take mushrooms just because they weren't in the house. And I took like probably a little more than an eighth. Probably a little more than an eighth. And I was...
Great time.
It's a really great time. The progression of it wasn't great. Because what happened was, so like, I was on my bed waiting for them to kick in. I was watching like a rerun of Dragon Ball Z. And it was specifically the episode where Boo like gets a puppy. And however he was like interacting with this dog or holding it, I just started to like weep uncontrollably. And I was like, the mushrooms are here. Okay. And then right
mushrooms
as
are going to make me cry at movies and TV more.
Yeah, they won't be good for you. You might be inconsolable.
Yeah, I think that probably I would... I think I would probably just like watch Avatar: The Last Airbender and like weep.
Yeah, it would not be good.
It'd be worth it.
So I start to like the mushrooms are hitting me hard. I took a decent amount, and then like right at that moment, I hear the front door open, and my mom calls my name. Not only are they home, but like my sisters brought back like a bunch of their friends. They're having like a sleepover.
All of your teachers from grade school are here.
Yeah. Plus your dentist and the principal and the devil, like they're all here. And so they're in the kitchen. They're like we're gonna bake cookies. They're like baking cookies. That there's way too much fucking commotion for me to be like peeking in my room with the door shut. So without telling anybody where I'm going, I hit up my friend Marie and I'm like, I have to come over to your house because I'm on mushrooms. My family's here. And so I just like dart out the front door. By the way, there's a thunderstorm outside. It's pouring down rain. I have to like drive my car 3 miles, like can't see through the fucking like rain hitting my windshield, wipers going, a lot of visuals. And I just like showed up at her house, went down into the basement where she slept, and like kept her awake and told her about all these great things I was going to do, how I was going to be like a famous comedian and all this stuff. Hell yeah. Until she was like, I have to go to bed. So then I just like went up into her kitchen, and she had just gotten like a German Shepherd, like that was like a puppy. And I was convinced that I was like teaching him things without speaking to him. Just like pure mental, like I was like making motions with my hands and being like, do you understand? It was like, honestly, like when I saw that movie, when I saw that movie Arrival that came out like years later, I was like, damn, that's what I was doing to that dog. It was such a universal language. And the next time I saw that dog, he like growled at me. He hated me.
You were just saying the dog N-word to him the whole time, standing still in a kitchen.
Yeah, I just woke up her dog and started like prodding it and poking it. Really, really bad.
You ever look back at
it
all
sounds
the...
mostly good though.
I mean, it was great for me. It was awesome for me. That night was positive until I like checked in with people the next day. Like, hey, how was I last night?
Oh yeah, the check-in is never good.
Never good.
I don't know, man. My Molly check-in was great.
Oh well, I mean, dude, nobody's ever mad at anybody who's on Molly. You're just this boundless vessel of like empathy and love.
Oh my god!
And you're kind of horny too.
No, that didn't happen to me, and I was prepared to like fight the psychic forces. Didn't get that.
Really?
But this was I was at a comedy club, but I ran into a friend that I met in high school, and I guess we're both 35. He might be 36, but he's still playing in metal bands. And I was just like, dude, I have to tell you how happy it makes me that you're still so fucking metal. It's so fucking cool, dude. And he was all fucked up too, so he was like, man, I'm so happy that you're fucking... Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that shit rules.
You know?
That shit's awesome.
I can't think of see, drinking is such a different animal. I can't think of a single
Drinking
time where like
sucks. Actually, I might
Yeah.
be anti-drinking.
Yeah, it totally sucks.
it is my favorite thing in the world, and I can never do it again. But I can't think of a single time where I was like, "Hey, how was I at that party last night?" And everyone's like, "A delight." See, people lie to me,
closed,
and they say that about me years later. They say that now. They're like, "You were so much fun," but at the time, nobody wanted to talk to me.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I
Sorry.
go ahead.
I'm so sorry about that, dude.
You're good, man. Light up.
My bad.
You're telling that story about the mushrooms. It made me remember all the women I've told that I'm going to be a famous comedian like throughout my life.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just so many Tinder girls. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm probably going to be on TV someday. And then now
Oh,
I'm just
damn.
like,
Whoa. That's what I mean. I think I've only done that like on like the mania of psychedelics. I will say. But
For me,
that's
it was
wild on Tinder. That's a wild opener on Tinder, dude.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say it on Tinder, but
Oh,
you
I
know,
see.
comedy is pretty much how I
More
got.
of a last date closer.
Yeah. But talking about comedy was a reliable way to get pussy until I lived in Hollywood, and now it
Very true.
doesn't work at all.
Now it only works on teenagers.
Yeah.
Right.
Thankfully, my girlfriend was like, on our first date, she was like, "Yeah, I don't like podcasts," and I'm like, "I like
Oh,
you."
she sounds awesome.
Yeah, she's great. She's the best. She's just like, I don't know why anyone would want to listen to like a conversation they're not part of. And I'm like, wow, you're the only person who's right. I think everybody else is wrong about podcasts.
You realize that you were just listening to her say that on a podcast with someone else? You can't even talk back to her? You're like, oh, wait, this is a terrible feeling. I hate this.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't imagine getting a girlfriend in L.A. That's got to be like a pinnacle experience.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I had resigned to it just never happening, and then it just like all clicked really fast. I guess that's how it has to work. Unless you're like a guy who can get pussy in LA, which
Well, you just have to like stop caring. I mean, that is like how you break out of Inceldom. Is just be like, I don't care. I cannot
yeah.
possibly. I'm caring too much about this.
Well,
You have to
her and
break
I were
through.
both putting in. We met each other when we were both putting in like the least amount of effort possible into meeting someone. Where like she had her Hinge profile set to like a 1 mile radius, and her house is like next to my job. And I was just like, whatever. I'll see where this goes.
I'll kill time at my employer's expense to get pussy. Yeah, dude, I get it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I should have taken. I mean, like, yeah, of course, that's not how I met my girlfriend, but like, I met my girlfriend under the exact opposite circumstances of having a podcast. But my problem with dating in LA is like, I could date, but I would try to see how long I could like keep the ball in the air of like how many of these people can I date at once.
Oh,
before they
gross.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad behavior. And
Did you ever get to take both of them out on a date at the same time and run back and forth between the tables?
just like transing and detransing in the bathroom.
Ms. Doubtfire?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what when you were referring to earlier. Your like cool getting pussy outfit. It's being a woman. Just imagine how different that movie would be if he had picked like a hot woman to Mrs. Doubtfire into.
That's
Dude,
true.
what if they remake Mrs. Doubtfire and take away her big tits?
Oh,
I'll
don't
be
even
pissed.
say that, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry, dude. My bad.
God damn.
That's the grim reality. That's what we have to stop. They're taking the culture away from us.
I was trying to think. I was like, well, who would play Robin Williams in that movie? And the
It has to
answer
be
is
Laverne
Robbie
Cox.
Goodwin.
Robbie Good. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the only way you could do it, I guess the only way that you'd be able to do it now is if it was a woman who was all, because you can't have somebody like doing trans face or whatever they call it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It'd have to be like a trans actress who has to masquerade as a man. Who has to, I don't know, so
It would have to end at the end. They get caught in like the restaurant scene, and everybody just stands and claps.
right, exactly.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. I don't want to. I'm not going down this line of thinking. I refuse. Actually, I'm going to back it up. I'm sorry, buddy. No. That is funny. Actually, I forget who I said this to recently, but if Lola Bunny was like, if they made her a trans bunny instead, she'd have gigantic. She'd be so fucking hot.
Mm-hmm. She'd be hotter than the first time around, dude.
That'll be that's a compromise I'm willing to make. If we just say she was trans the whole time, and then now they give her like big Dolly Parton tits or something.
Oh, man. I would stand and salute. I would make my children pledge allegiance to trans hot Lola Bunny every morning.
They make her jaw square.
Yes, dude. Oh, drag queen Lola Bunny, dude, with those fucking calves. I'm thinking about this right now, dude. And she would be so good at basketball. It would finally make sense how good she was at basketball.
Yeah,
she'd be the best.
Joe Rogan would be pissed about her winning medals in the Olympics.
It's like she's not even a monster. They're letting her play against regular monsters. I mean, she developed her entire life as a boy bunny, and now they're putting her in with regular monsters. It's like, someone's gonna get hurt out there.
Maybe that's what the movie should have gone. Is the little guys like steal the energy from the NBA players or whatever, and then instead of turning into monsters, they turn into trans little monsters.
They just use the trans.
Everybody's trans.
They convert Charles Barkley's basketball playing skill purely into tits. Goes right to the chest.
That was a big Looney Tunes gag. Was someone does like a minimal effort to wear drag, and then someone else is immediately 10 out of 10
has to fuck
horny.
them.
Elmer Fudd, they got him every time. Eventually, it's got to be like, all right, Elmer, come on, man.
You want this.
Yeah. It's like, Elmer, you have to see through this by now.
Yeah. Don't trick me. Stop. Again.
I would hate it if someone twicked me into sucking a penis. Just putting up the signs. He's gonna
come
season,
and Bugs Bunny sticks his finger in his dick. Explodes his penis.
Daffy's beak gets blasted off of his face with cum. Yep.
It gets blasted to the back of his head.
Yep. Bugs Bunny just like paints a pussy right on the front of himself like a tunnel.
Oh my God, dude. Bugs Bunny gets really into speed running.
The coyote paints a pussy on, or the Roadrunner paints a pussy on itself, and then the coyote is running at full force erect.
Right.
And just accordions his dick.
That's right.
His dick is a mouthful of teeth that fall out one by one.
Yeah, dude. He orders the Acme home surgery kit.
Yeah.
I hate when a safe falls on me and then you open the safe and I'm inside coming.
Oh man.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if someone made that.
Tim, your joke about speedrunning. I don't know. Do you watch Games Done Quick?
I watch a lot of speedrunning.
I tune into Games Done Quick every year, and it's been funny to watch, like, over the course
just
of like,
what you
5 or
could have
6
been. Like, I could have been one of those guys.
Right, exactly. But it's what, like, every year another one of them goes trans.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny to watch.
It's crazy. They all go trans right after a complete mental evacuation.
Yep.
And
what does that mean?
There's something is afoot in. Well, actually, no. I shouldn't say that. That's not funny because there are people that are making like porcelain level YouTube documentaries about like the trans threat in speedrunning. So it's not that funny to joke about. Right. However, I mean, there's some crazy numbers happening in speedrunning.
It's just like
they're getting Stepford wivesed.
Yeah, it's like it's weird because like whatever. I don't want to. This is like almost. What?
Go ahead.
I just hit them like they're transitioning, but the only way you can tell is like, oh, they have more accessories now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It sounds like a shitty thing to say. I don't want to try to qualify how somebody's identifying, but some of it I'm just like, really? Okay.
No, I think the reality is that just most speedrunners as women look like normal girl GameStop employees. That's all.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I would never cast aspersions at the trans community. I'm just saying it's very funny that the activity with the probably highest concentration of incels on the planet just has dudes dropping like flies and coming back.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like you'll even see tweets. Like, there's that one tweet that went around that was like, they told me I would never get a girlfriend. Bitch, now I am the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. I mean, do whatever you want. That just seems like, it seems interesting to me.
Yeah, it seems unexplored at the very. That's how I would describe it. Unexplored.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not going to explore it. I'll tell you that.
No, I'll wait for somebody. I'll watch YouTube videos about it, but I'm not going to have any hard, Yeah. I'm not going to take any hard stances on it.
It is what I mean, it's basically the same as like a Navy ship in like the 1600s, where it's like, well, we don't have any women, so some of us are going to have to pretend to be girls for the dance.
Your words, not mine. I would never say that. Well, yeah. Or maybe, you know how like when you get all the fucking Chaos Emeralds in Sonic, he turns golden. It's just like when you beat video games fast enough, that like you trans out. You jump into the air and press A, and you trans.
You start levitating your golden tits. Yeah, dude, that's right.
All right, we did it. We got through that whole thing without saying anything that can get us in trouble.
Yeah,
I don't see how anyone could disagree with that. That's perfectly above board.
Nothing but measured takes.
Nailed it. Modern day philosophers out here. You know what's his hands sweating?
Nah, I feel good.
I'm numb to this.
I feel good.
I've been resigned to just whatever little career I can carve out for so long.
No. Just scurry out of my mouse hole, take up a little, stuff my cheeks with bad takes, and then cram myself back into the wall.
I mean, what's sad is like we do the reason why I feel weird, and because I genuinely like don't. You're right. I'm not casting aspersions. We do have a lot of trans listeners, and they're all really nice, and they all DM me. One offered to buy me a new phone because I guess he can tell how fucked up he was on Twitter. He was like, I'll donate to a GoFundMe for a new phone for you, dude. I was like, I'm sorry. She was on Twitter. Fuck, man.
Oh my God. We almost landed it, and you had to say some extra bullshit just to fuck us all up.
I am a fucking asshole. She was on Twitter talking about how she wanted to get me a new phone. Really, really nice person. So whatever. I just wanted to clear the air. You know what, dude? It's fine. They got me. They already got me.
I respect her journey more than you do, and I think that's clear. I don't think anyone will disagree.
Yeah. For sure.
Right at the end of it, he...
What a gaffe.
Fuck!
God.
Nick.
Well, that's probably as good a place as any.
Man.
Fuck.
You're going to have to deal with that.
That's fine. It's a nice person.
Yeah, you're going to have to Dalia out, make a video of you sitting in front of wood paneling.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
So
if, like,
sorry.
I get in trouble for that, but then I just make a video. I make a bunch of posts about how I'm not cheating on my girlfriend anymore, and everyone's like, "That's not what we were upset about."
Yeah, I've been to therapy about it, and I'm just happy to announce that like I'm already. I mean, you can't be cured of it, obviously, but I shouldn't be held accountable for it anymore, at least. So
Yeah, definitely.
happy to be back. And the next day, it's like, by the way, he raped a 17-year-old. Like, fuck.
It's going to be funny if he somehow beats this one, and then what we find out he did the very next day next time.
Yeah,
That might be his like he's like an endurance runner, but for being canceled. He's like an ultra marathoner. I'm getting dragged.
yeah, dude.
It is funny, like, all this reminding me, like, how old he is.
Yeah, he's like almost 50, or isn't he? No, I think he's only 40. I think he's like it's not like he's like super old.
I thought he was like 48.
Now let's look
Maybe he
up.
just looks terrible.
He's 40.
Okay.
Yeah. He looks rough. I mean, he's doing a weird thing. He's got an odd look. He's a hard to place.
Yeah.
Eight. I'll say that.
He looks much less wealthy than he is.
He
He looks like he's been working hard.
Well, he's one of those dudes that's like he's clearly flush with pussy. He's lousy with pussy, right? But
yeah.
he's also I mean, some messages and shit have come out that like he's putting a lot of hard miles on himself to get that pussy.
Oh, definitely.
So, you know, I don't know if pussy keeps you young, but chasing pussy will definitely wear you the fuck down.
Literal miles. He's flying to different states. Man, if his face looks that old, just imagine how old his dick looks.
Oh my god, his dick definitely walks with a cane. when he takes off his pants, his dick like slowly like crawls out, like it slowly emerges, like.
Man, I could never be a pedophile like that, because like just imagine flying to Connecticut to fuck a 17-year-old and then you can't get hard.
Yeah. That's why you couldn't be a pedophile, Brendan, because of the travel.
Yeah. Also because it's not in my heart, but
Right.
Dude, he's so just acclimated to it that he just gets on the plane, he's got his routine, he puts on his sleep mask, he's just like he instantly conks out, and he's like, yeah, I got a fucking teenager to get to in Rhode Island.
I'll give the man this. He in terms of networking pussy, he was tireless. What an incredible network of pussy he established for himself. I would love to see that lit up like cell towers on a map, just like how much pussy Chris D'Elia had in each state.
Yeah, it looks like South Korea at night.
I can't imagine what that would do to your brain to be like, oh man, I want some pussy. How am I going to get it? Well, I guess I'll see what DMs I can accept, what DM requests.
Right.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's a reality. Obviously, that's a reality for a couple of dudes. But now that we're finding out that they all take advantage of it, you know what I mean? Like you have to
you have to either be like before like the past 100 years, it's like only Genghis Khan had that.
Yeah.
Well, like now, like classic Hollywood, like ugly Hollywood dudes, like Frank Sinatra, I think was putting up numbers.
Yeah.
And just grotesque to look at.
He looks fucking weird.
Oh, always did. There was never like I guess like grandmoms thought he had handsome eyes or something like that. But come on, dude.
Yeah.
When that dude takes off his fucking suit, he stinks like fucking cigarettes and cigars, and he's just like, hell yeah, you're gonna suck my dick for 4 hours, and I'm not even gonna look at you.
Yeah,
Girls are
dude.
just like, hell yeah, cool.
Everybody talks about how Frank Sinatra has nice eyes, and like so do dogs. Like,
Hell yeah.
Fuck, dude.
yeah.
But
yeah,
there always was kind of like the assumption, and I've been naive my entire life, but I think the general public's also kind of naive. But like you couldn't imagine someone just responding to fan letters and like, yeah, I'll fly to where you are and I'll fuck you. Like Ringo getting a letter in the mail and like writing back like, oh, what state do you live in? I'll fly to you and we can fuck you.
Yeah.
But clearly that must have been happening. It was probably happening this entire time.
Yeah, probably.
Easy to imagine with musicians. I shouldn't mention musicians because women would just show up and they would fuck them. But like you couldn't imagine like Justin Bieber when he was younger. Or what I mean is like maybe
do you think Justin Bieber was
fucking
fucking like adult women when he was like 16?
Yeah, dude.
Respect.
And it's like every day it's a grind for them. Like whatever you think it is, it's so much more that it's surprising.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think
it's the
especially
pussy
because
version of like giving a 2-year-old a phone. You just
Well, I just wakes up in the morning. He's like, "Can I have pussy?" And like someone was to bring pussy in for him. Oh, can I have pussy? I want pussy. Can I please have pussy? All right, you can have a little bit of pussy, and then you have to brush your teeth. Okay.
Well, I think that when you're pursuing pussy compulsively the way a lot of these guys are, it's not just about like the satisfaction of having sex. It's also like you're maintaining it, and it's about maintaining ego, which is tiresome. I guarantee you you've got to mentally wear yourself out, even if it only means anything to you. And I'm sure also like the vague status you have as like a sex icon in pop culture. But like they've got to reach the point where it probably does feel like a job. You're right.
Yeah.
Dude, the three of us as incels discussing this almost feels like dudes talking about like, what would aliens be? It's the same energy.
Yeah, Nick,
I don't know, man. Their gravity would be different.
I bet
Who knows what oxygen would do to their system?
It's so funny. Yeah, it's just the three of us being like, what would happen if you could get pussy anytime you
So
want?
this theoretical man who gets pussy. Let's imagine him.
What would happen if you could just have sex anytime you want? It's like, oh, I bet you wouldn't like it. I bet it would be really gross.
Yeah.
I bet it would hurt. I bet it would hurt really bad.
You'd probably get really sick.
I don't know, man. My ears pop on airplanes. It'd probably be pretty unpleasant.
Oh fuck.
But Nick, I think you are onto something with the ego thing. It probably is a lot of fucking for the story, which ironically is like a huge liability for these guys.
I mean, look, if I'm being totally honest, I kind of relate to that. Like, that's what I was doing when I was 19. It's like the reason why I had so much sex that year is because I was like, I wanted to. I was trying to rack my number up, dude. I was trying to get it in the double digits.
A year of so much sex that I almost reached double digits.
Oh no, I reached no. I reached double digits. I got into double digits in 1 year.
Right.
But it was a psychotic way to live.
Pussy bragging on me. Cool.
Dude, you know what can I say?
Bragging.
What can I say, dude? I mean, I did all of it then. It happened
You show up on mushrooms, start talking about how you're going to be on TV someday.
That's right, dude.
You slide right in.
Get sent out of the room, hang out with a dog. That counts. I counted that night. I made an emotional connection with another being, so I counted that.
Basically,
It's not all pure P and V for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna count. I'm gonna count it as I got laid that night that I stayed over at a girl's place, didn't get laid somehow, and then her dog kicked me out of the bed.
Yep.
I woke up, the dog had like gotten between us, and I was at the foot of the bed like a dog because the dog had just taken my place.
That counts.
I got laid that
counts.
night. Yeah, I got laid that night. I've decided.
Yeah, man. What a fun time that was. That I'm sure.
But yeah,
I'll
I would
never
probably
return
hate
to.
pussy if I got it all the time.
Too much of a good thing, man. That's what I say.
Way too much of a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. This sounds like someone who has no food, just being like, yeah, I'm not really hungry, just like with a bare cupboard. But like, I don't know. Before I met my girlfriend, I had the conscious thought of like, I think the next person I have sex with might be the last person, and I don't see like getting famous or anything changing that desire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude.
Sex
I think
is annoying.
I think when it got to the point where it was like you couldn't manage an inbox because there was so much pussy in it, you probably just be like, all right,
let me
as
delete.
a snack.
you've got to manage. So you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's like having 30,000 emails. You're like, I should look at some of these.
Look at all this unread pussy.
but Barndog, I've also
star some of this pussy.
you and Robbie have such an interesting relationship with sex, where it's like I think Robbie even said that he's like, the only good thing about sex is the way that your dick feels, which I just don't understand. I don't understand sex being annoying. Sex is
That's
great.
an intimacy problem. That's a definite intimacy
Sex with
issue.
people you don't know very well is annoying. I'll say that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't.
All right. I'll accept the
casual
thesis.
sex is a bummer for me. I pretty much regret all of the mild amount of it that I had.
What was your least favorite part? Wasn't it exciting that you like got someone to that point that quickly and that it wasn't going to happen again?
Yeah, but then the part of it that makes it all not worth it is that like then the seconds after you come and you look around their room and you realize like, who the fuck is this person?
Oh,
Ask them, find out who they are. Ask them questions about themselves.
I said this before on the show before, Nick, but like there were two times that are at the front of my memory. 2 times I can readily access of me having sex with someone and then realizing that I'm their only friend.
Right.
That's dark.
So I would say that the problem is not inherently with casual sex.
There might be more the types of people who have casual sex with me.
Okay, all right, okay.
It's like, I'm hanging on by a thread, so I guess I'll fuck this weird little guy.
we could call that Brendan's Gambit, where it's he can only learn so much about a woman before she learns enough about him to not fuck him.
Dude.
Oh, that's the episode name right there.
Yeah, I guess yeah, looking back on it, everybody I've ever had sex is either because they really, really loved me or they just hadn't asked too many questions.
Yep.
Right?
Sometimes
that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's okay. I got away with dating somebody while I was homeless because they just didn't ask enough questions. So I can respect that.
It's a lie of omission. You got to be careful.
Hey Nick, did I see you on the exit ramp at the highway? Oh, no. That was
Which one? I'm a lot of exit. I don't know. Probably could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Nick, what's that piece of cardboard you're holding? It says like anything helps. You're like, oh, I'm break dancing now.
Yeah, I would. I've said this before. I would always show up to her house just like drenched in sweat from like being in my hot car for 6 hours. Just show up like sunburned, sweat pouring down my face, and be like, "Hey, can I use your shower? It's just at the gym. I don't work out at the gym."
It's so funny to imagine like her friends being like, he's homeless. She's like, he's not homeless. You don't know him.
Honestly, those were some my most elite pussy getting days. I was really getting pussy on like the hardest possible difficulty.
Yeah, that's training in the mountains.
Absolutely.
That's getting pussy at altitude.
Yeah. That's you with Yoda on your back doing flips.
That's right.
For me, I think trying to navigate online dating in a small town like Lancaster, and then I moved to Philly.
God.
It was like taking the weights off the bat.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Because back then, like, if I got a match, I had to make every match count. Because you don't know how many weeks are going to go by before you get
In
another
Lancaster?
match. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Then you
before
move to
someone else
Philly
gets
and you're-
stranded at a gas station.
Sorry, what was that?
Hold on, the sheriff's retarded son just tricked a lady into staying at the gas station for an extra hour. I gotta go jump on this. I gotta get on this before they eat her.
Yeah, Brendan was basically yeah, Brendan was basically like the devil's rejecting.
I got really into spike strips when I was 20. Wow, 4 flats. That's pretty unfortunate. Why don't you pull into my dad's gas station? We can take care of it.
That's language should be
He's like stabbing himself in front of her just to freak her out. What are you doing? Oh, man.
Oh my fucking god.
it's Lancaster, so I'm like spike stripping like an Amish buggy. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, man, it's going to be a couple of days at least before we can get the part. That's what my dad says. There's a motel stay close by you can stay at. It's kind of crummy, but I mean, I have my couch pulls out. If you want to stay in there.
Please, I need pussy so bad. Please,
Brendan moved to Philly. He was like, "Hey, you guys know any cool gas stations I can pretend my dad owns?" So I can... Where do you guys eat women around here? That was a tough transition when you first got to Philly.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys don't have any eating women bars in the city? It's quite an adjustment from my roots back in Lancaster. He's wearing like a white on white puffy coat over a suit with like Timberlands on and a silly hat.
Yeah.
I'm not having any luck eating women in this city.
Oh
man!
I do remember I wore cowboy boots once in Philly.
I'm so glad you hit that vape pen, dude. Oh fuck. Oh, I cannot believe.
Man, yeah, just thinking to Philly was weird. I remember I walked out when I was living with like Gillis and McCusker and them, and I walked out of my room once wearing the cowboy boots, and Shane just like, "You gonna wear those?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're cool." And then I'm just like,
God,
I'm walking around Center City, and I just like, and they're making like a sound. They're like clip clopping as I'm walking. I was
sorry,
like,
those are my spurs. Clink, clink, clink.
I remember approaching Raven and like realizing that like these two girls had like stopped talking as I like got closer.
Oh my
Just
god.
being like, I can't wear these again.
You might as well wear like a bell.
or like a back-mounted sword.
Yeah. Yeah, the city makes me wear this bell so that I don't get pussy. So that girls know when to leave.
Oh fuck. I'm sure you just heard Gillis's words in your ears the whole time, dude.
Yeah.
You gonna wear those? Gonna wear those?
Not for long.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, then I dramatically throw them out in in like a bar or something. I just take them off and walk home shoeless.
Yeah, I love the way like when you realize that an outfit is bad. I love like the dramatic way that you get rid of it, like so, like pulling over to your sheets, throwing your necklace away, burying, like, just burying your shoes in a field. That shit's so funny.
Yeah, I'm wearing like jeans that don't go well, and I'm like, I just drive to the sea and throw them.
You throw them in the ocean like your dead friend's dog tags.
Yeah. And I just sadly walk dick out back to my car.
Oh fuck. Barn Dog, I hate to cut this potentially short, but you care if we bring it in for a close?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Another call.
Yeah.
Tim, please plug your podcast again.
Dad Meat with Mike Rainey and myself, and I don't know, man. We talk a lot of shit about like just not wasting your own time. I mean, you probably got a little taste of it in here, but we're just trying to keep our heads straight in the muck and the mire that's out there. You know what I mean? And part of that like growth for me right now is just specifically doing drugs. So it's a fun time to be involved. We do our show on YouTube live every Sunday night at 8. And the live chat's always super involved and often funnier than us. So, check it out.
Yeah, it's
cool.
Sick podcast. Check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We can't wait till you guys are in town in one way or another.
Yeah,
get you in there.
I'll be on the East Coast in July, so I'll probably hit you guys up about that.
Yeah, get us the dates.
I will.
Both of you, please.
Yeah, as soon as I'm vaxxed, I'll be there.
Tight. Yeah, I'm sure there's something about you that has you fucking rocketed up the list.
You would think.
Yeah,
I'm not quite
I have an ingrown
fat
testicle,
enough.
so I'm actually a priority to get the shot.
It was bum finding out I was like just barely not fat enough to like jump the line.
You got to. It's like you got to start going to Carl's Jr. You got to start just housing burgers to make yourself healthier. Ironically enough.
Well, I would just have to go to the doctor with like rocks in my pockets or something.
That's right.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for having me. I was really looking forward to this. You guys rule.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
this was
a lot
a
of
fucking
fun.
blast.
Thank you. Check out the t-shirts, everybody.
Yeah, buy the t-shirts. I'm going to be doing Lemaire Lee show Feud tomorrow. I guess he does that on Twitch, so tune in.
It's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it.
Yeah, and if you do not subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe. I think we're at 33 exclusive episodes there, plus the first 50 episodes that are no longer available for fear of girls getting mad at us. And we are inching our way up to the goal. When we hit 1,000 a month, I will release all my old rap music.
Yes, it's going to be so worth your guys' money.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Tim.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
this
guys.
is awesome.
See ya.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See you lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio, showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.